Do you think that £9,000 a year to go to university is too much?
For the year?
Excuse me, excuse me. Excuse me, can I ask you a quick question? 1 minute of your time. 1 second, 2 seconds?
That's probably about right, because if you sit to think, everything's gone up.
You've got to pay the people who work there.
Books gone up, pens gone up, food's gone up.
Modern technology makes everything more expensive. We didn't have to have a place to plug in our computer.
If they're able to get a job to pay it back, then yes.
Whew, it's cold.
100% too much.
That's huge. I mean, they're mortgaging their future.
Definitely, and it's just gone up to 9.25.
I'm still paying off my loan, and that was 10 years ago.
They're aiming to get a better job, so why should they really have to pay?
It's off-putting to a lot of people from poorer communities, a lot of people from communities of colour.
Is it put off any of your friends? Or?
Yeah, most of them.
When I went to university, I got a grant, which meant I got like a sum of money each time. I didn't have to pay it back. That's now been scrapped, so it's now a loan.
In nursing, for example, which is a key industry, they've scrapped the bursary for nurses training, so it's just like any other student.
We're trying to get more people into higher education. We need to consider breaking down the barrier to cost.
We're already heavily reliant on nurses from outside the EU, and we're making it more difficult to train our own.
Come on. For some of the top universities, interest will be starting at 6.1%.
That's astronomical.
It's like, why start out underwater, you know?
Say, for example, you're going to take out a loan, it's messing up your credit before you can even start to build your credit.
I mean, they can't get their own houses, they can't get their own cars, not the leaders thinking about themselves. Even here, their own children will not pay those loans.
University is an investment in the future of the country. So we don't know the long-term impacts on debt and the financial decisions they make.
I was very fortunate that we had everything paid.
I think it should be cheap. Nothing's free.
There should be more facilities for children at the age of 11 to 16 to know what paths are actually out there.
You know, the whole sort of, if you don't have experience, you can't get a job. If you can't get a job, you need experience and all this sort of thing.
£5,000 for a piece of paper.
£9,000 is...
£9,000 for a piece of paper that you're not even using.
Do you feel like you've got an optimistic future?
No.
Why?
Not in Britain. No way.
Why?
When I get older, I'm looking to fly out.
Do you feel like we're having a harder ride than our parents?
Definitely.
It's the first time that Britain and British people are in this situation since World War II.
Well, obviously climate change. We're probably never going to own a house.
We would actually literally be able to leave one job on the Friday and get another job on the Monday. That's how it was, you know.
So bleak, man. Do you feel like Britain's quite bleak at the minute?
Yes, it is.
Would you call it bleak, Britain?
It's bleak and it's getting worse.
Especially with the Brexit.
Brexit.
I would say after 7 years, we have to start to look and question whether austerity is still successful, whether it's failing. You can't continue to implement a policy for 7 years and
see no outcome.
Well, there is an outcome. The outcome is an increase in food banks, an increase in social unrest, an increase in racist and xenophobic attacks.
It is bleak Britain. Most definitely bleak Britain.
No, I don't think it's bleak. I just feel like we need to keep on pushing and keep on knowing that you shouldn't ever give up.
I think we've got so many things to be grateful for at the moment. Just
like what?
Like the rain we had this morning. Rain, grateful.
So that's my page. So this video will be up in like the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I think it's like 8 active. Yeah.